Welcome to the Collector's Table Live, guys. Welcome, welcome. It has been a minute. We have been pretty busy. I know I've been pretty busy. K-Fed's been pretty busy with some private stuff going on. And Shane has been Shane.
And Adam's obviously Adam still.
How you guys doing today, man? Everything panning out okay with you guys? What you been up to lately? K-Fed, you had Fan Expo recently, right?
Yep. I also think a nice guy was there as well. We didn't manage to meet up, but Fan Expo was a blast. We'll get into more about that, but yeah, that's great. It usually kicks off the whole con summer for me, so very excited about all these upcoming shows.
Very nice. Very nice. There are a lot of statues and stuff. Well, I guess we'll talk about it here in a second, but Shane, what's going on with you, man? How you been? I know I talk to you like every day, but for everybody else.
I've been good. I just want to point out the absolute smartest man in the entire collecting community. Shout out to my boy AK right there.
Nice. AK, what's going on?
I've been good, man. Between soccer and hockey, I've been having a blast.
What position do you play in soccer? Are you a striker or
are you a striker? You play mid or
it's like beer league?
Midfield.
Midfield? Nice. Those guys stay busy. My kids play soccer, man. And well, they don't play it right now, but they played it in Georgia. That's like a full-time job, taking them to all like the games and stuff like that. K-Fed, I know your kids used to play, or they play sports right now. But when they were younger, they probably did sports, and it takes up a lot of your time. But it's good to watch them. Yeah, we'll let some of the guys trickle in here. We're going to be talking about today. We'll be going over a lot of pictures. We haven't been on for a little while, so there's a lot to cover. We'll be talking about John Wick stuff. We'll be talking about a lot of anime stuff. Believe it or not, I just saw some anime stuff. I was like, man, this looks cool, and this looks cool. This looks cool. So I know K-Fed is into anime. He'll probably
one of us, buddy. Come on over. We got cookies.
One of us. So we'll be talking about that. We'll be talking about some stuff coming in. We'll be going over K-Fed's pictures from the Fan Expo. And then we also got the Succubus. We're going to be talking about Sideshow's Succubus. Try to say that 10 times quick. Sideshow's
yeah, we'll probably fall off of our PG rating if I do.
And then we'll also, what else are we covering today? Some Star Wars stuff. Just a lot of stuff to cover. So we'll jump straight into it. Let me see if I can pull up these pics. Just give me 1 second. And then we'll give a shout out to everybody in the chat. We'll just let them trickle in real quick.
I was happy about that too, AK, until he opened his mouth.
Yeah.
Then I was like, fuck, he's back.
What's that?
Nothing. This is what it's like, by the way, when we play Predecessor. I'll say a bunch of shit, and then a minute later, Adam's like, hey, I'm like,
that's how much I tune you out.
Man, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Well, half the time we play, we're like inebriated. So like, I can't even like remember when you talk to me. I'm like, what? Nah, Shane's my boy. We've been killing it on Predecessor. If you guys have not played Predecessor, if anybody plays MOBAs, I don't know if anybody knows about MOBAs in the chat. Awesome MOBA. Just think of like Dota on steroids, basically. Like it is a third.
So I'm completely out of the loop here, and you just said words. I have no idea what you were just talking about.
You don't know what a MOBA is?
No, what?
Like it's a type of video game, like a League of Legends, a Dota.
Oh, okay. So we're kind of doing. All right.
You got the lanes, you got the towers, you got to protect the towers.
Okay, I'm following you now.
5.
All right.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm not down with all the lingo of you hip kids these days.
Well, no, it's another level of nerd. You know what I mean? So. All right, guys, we're gonna jump straight into this. Let me present.
Adam, just so you know, I'm out by 2:45 today.
That's cool. Yeah, I can't stay.
If we go that long, I'm out.
Okay. No problem.
Jumping right into the spawn, are we, Adam?
Oh, what abomination is this?
I bet it's not a third scale.
You got admin rights, Kev. Can you kick him out of here? All right. So
do the dirty work.
He's just saying that because he knows that this is like
He talked about this 5 times a day.
Excited about this piece. I don't care. These guys hear it all the time. I know you guys probably heard it a couple times already, but it's gonna be here soon. A private project that's being worked on. Really, really cool medieval spawn. I can't wait to see. Can't wait to see it. This thing's pretty large too, so it should be shipping here pretty soon to go with this.
Nice.
I think K-Fed, were you getting this too, K-Fed, or
I was not. I did not have room to go into the spawn, but I respect spawn that.
Yeah.
Like nobody's business.
So that'll be going. That's medieval spawn, Mitch. Yep. But that'll be going next to.
I love that right there.
Yeah.
What's up, Ledge?
So can't wait to look at that. Yep. But we'll jump straight into these picks. Let me switch my screens up here for a second. Give me 1 sec. This is what happens when I don't do a show in a while.
We're back to amateur hour. So if you guys want to go over to another channel, we understand.
Back to amateur hour. Yep. Let me hang on a sec.
This doesn't happen on the cock, does it, Shane?
Nah, they do shows consistently.
Crippler runs a pretty tight ship.
I'm gonna switch my screens over so that way it's easier for me to show you guys. All right, let me do that. View.
Before we jump into these, Adam, do you pick anything up in what, like the 4-8 weeks we haven't been on, whatever it's been?
I'm just waiting for stuff to come in. Really, I haven't. I'm waiting on Venom. I'm looking at this Venom right here, but this is from PCS, I think. I'm waiting for Venom from XM. I mean, that thing is way, like super late. So waiting for that to come in. That's good. That's going to go with my Carnage, my quarter scale Carnage from Sideshow. I think that'll look really cool next to it. But you know, when you've been waiting so long for something and you're not really strong into that line, and then it starts to like die off a little bit, and it's like, all right, you know, it better get here quick. I don't want to have to cancel it, but I'm starting to lose interest because it's been so long. So,
and that's why I think Queen Studios is in trouble, because when they finally do pump something out, it's from a movie that came out like 5 years ago.
Yeah. Let's say what's up to these guys real quick before we jump into the picks.
It might be nice to do that.
Jonas, what's going on, Jonas? Great Sunday, fellas. What's your thoughts on the Sideshow Succubus? We're going to go over that here in a little bit, Jonas. So I appreciate you bringing it up. Mr. Kennedy, we already said what's up to him. Alan Kiefer, nice seeing you again. Amanda, nice guy. What's going on, nice guy? How you doing? K-Fet, giving his opinions on Succubus right there, saying what's up to the chat. Who else we got in here? We already said hi to Alan. I think people are still trickling in. Barefoot on Bricks. That hurts.
I still love that name, by the way.
That is really cool. Yeah, because that like ruins your day. If you ever stepped on a Lego.
Or night. Yeah.
Yeah, or night. It's like stubbing your toe times 10.
I don't get it. What is like stubbing your toe if you're just walking barefoot on bricks?
No. Like a Lego. Have you ever stepped on a Lego?
Oh, Lego, yeah, but here it says barefoot on bricks, not on Lego.
Well, he's got a Lego feet.
Yeah, but like it's referred to Lego bricks. Yeah.
Oh, I see. You're just making some connection that bricks is bricks of Lego.
That's what he's making.
You're up in Canada. You'll get in a few years. It's okay.
All right.
I'm up a lot higher than that right now, so don't worry about me.
Cheers.
Dinesh, nice seeing you, man. Thanks for joining us. Another regular on the channel. We got Mitch. Afternoon. It's been a while. Yeah, Mitch. It has been. I'm going to actually talk about that here in a second, why it's been a while for me. I've had some stuff going on, and you'll know why here in a second. Jojo, what's good? All
again, buddy.
Come on. Dennis Perez, I saw your picks in the group, man. Thanks for sharing. Ryan, what's going on? Hi, all. Ledge, what's happening, guys? Panel and chat. Gaming, Outplaying, and DLC of Elden Ring. Just wanted to say hello. Yeah, that's it.
Always good to hear from you, Ledge.
Yeah, always nice seeing you, Ledge.
Ledge is a beauty.
That game is no joke. Elden Ring is hard as shit.
Ledge is one of the biggest beauties in the community. I love that guy. He's just so happy and genuine. You know what I mean? You give this guy a beer and talk about statues, and he's the happiest man alive. It's great.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it was nice guy. That was K-Fet's picks.
Yep.
What else we got? Let's see. I think that was everybody for now. My Xeno art.
What's up, Dinesh? I can't wait to see that. If you posted pictures, I'll check it out. I haven't been on Facebook yet, but if not, post some pictures.
I'd like to see that too.
Put it in the group. Let's see.
I thought it looked really good. Put it in the constructive outrage group.
Yeah, that works. Either one. All right, guys. So I'll let you take over here, K-Fet. What do we got here, man?
So I sent in some photos a few weekends back. Dallas had their Fan Expo, which is probably their largest con of the year. Fan Expo is run from, I think the company is based out of Toronto. I know they're up in the Canada area, but out of Toronto. They do it all over in a number of different cities. I think they just got done with one in Boston. They got a big show in Chicago, San Francisco, Denver. So they do get around. It's a great con. Love doing it. Exhibit at it myself. Thought I'd go around, kind of see what the statue area was looking like. And you can see that, every once in a while, a couple good pieces. Personally, I've always said this is, so often we see these pieces on screen or something like that, but you never see them in person. But when you actually see them in person, it takes it to that next level. And for me, just seeing that Venom, that PCS Venom, I was like, damn, I didn't realize how much bigger that guy was in person. And it really is. It's a huge piece. Yeah.
Is it too big though? Like, I know Venom could grow to sizes, but would you want that big of Venom next to a 1/4 scale Spider-Man? I don't know if this one here is like normal size or undersized, but like, look at that size difference.
Without a doubt, he gave me more of a third scale feel.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it is. Like.
I think that is a third scale, and I think that's Spider-Man first scale. And then the only thing I didn't like about that Venom, which I like the front of him looks cool and the tongue and everything, is it's part of the Gamerverse or game some kind of game IP. So his torso, his bottom half is really small. So it's smaller than usual. You ever see that style of Venom where he's got smaller legs and a big upper body?
Yeah,
That's what that is.
Who made this one?
This is PCS. PCS.
Oh, this is PCS. It is 1/3. Sorry, I didn't realize it was PCS.
Yeah.
That's Iron Studios beside it, right? That
correct. The Spider-Man right there.
So I thought this was an Iron Studios Venom that I just didn't see.
But I mean, again, going to these cons, some of these retailers and stuff like that, you can actually get a really good deal on statues. I've said it before on this show. One thing I am noticing, most of you'll notice at these cons, is anime is taking over. It's having a much larger presence.
Jeez, I know.
The Marvel, the sci-fi stuff. Yes, those kind of things are out there, but this stuff is definitely dominating. And what I like a lot about this stuff is if it'd probably be hard on this photo to zoom in too much, but the detail that you're getting out of these characters and these statues are running you anywhere from maybe $60 to $120. That's a nice entry point if you're really thinking about starting to collect. And I look at the market, a lot of the younger audience. So I'd say anime really hits probably that 35 to 12. Kind of in that space, and this is a market where price point and stuff like that you could get into it very easily, and you can have some really nice pieces out the gate.
There goes Chainsaw Man right there.
Yeah, he's sitting back there. So
Adam, can you go back to that chick who was leaned over her watch? What's the make of her watch? I'm curious.
I'm trying to see.
So that's Nami from One Piece, and since she's the navigator, that watch they actually use to go from point to point within the wow that they live in. So
that's handy.
That is what they're using. But again, a lot of these booths, so you're just walking up and down, and a lot of these booths will have these types of statues. So if you've never been to one of these cons, I would only recommend picking these things up if you're local, where you can just throw it in your car. It's not something you want to try to take back on a plane. But this is some of the stuff from Demon Slayer. It's a wonderful series.
Cool. And that looks so cool.
Very high budget, but the price point, I'm still hung up on the price point. You can walk away with statues like this for, under $500.
Wow.
And we're not getting away with that with
Marvel
pieces and these are sitting at about the quarter scale when you go and look at them. So they're about quarter scale. Sometimes they border between quarter and a 6, but they're pretty damn good.
Here goes another angle where the Venom and Apocalypse were.
And then you got the Sideshow bust Deadpool over there, which I was with a gentleman who did end up picking that up by the end of the weekend. So that was pretty cool. So it doesn't happen too often. You don't find a lot of these booths where they're decked out with statues, but you will find some gems from time to time. It's always worth it. So just know if you're going to these cons, make sure you got your car, that you can load this up in your trunk if you want to pick anything like that up. Of course, as someone who's into props and things like that, our booth was right next to the guys doing the Ghostbuster stuff, which I love. This Ecto one, it was gorgeous.
Wow, that's cool.
So I got to watch them drive it in on Thursday. So that was a lot of fun.
Do you get to put the proton pack on?
All those guys do have them in the club, but yeah, no, not for like a photo op or something like that. You need to go up there and take a look at it.
There goes the little I don't know what that is, the ghost trap where they trap them in where they throw it out.
Isn't it just called the trap?
I don't know. I can't remember.
But it's stuff like this again. When you go to these cons, that you get to see these Hershes go for a ridiculous amount of money now because people know what they have on hand. So if anyone's trying to make an Ecto 1 or what, last time I looked at these Hershes, they were anywhere from 80 to 120,000 US dollars. Ooh. So you're dropping some change, even if it's a complete fixer upper, you're going to drop a lot to get this thing to recreate the Ecto 1 if you're that big of a fan. Same thing for the DeLoreans if you're a Back to the Future fan.
I'm not sure why my screen keeps flickering, but.
And again, this is just wall-to-wall people. I threw this photo in because Thursday I got a good laugh. We're setting up, and if you can see in the background, you see all those black curtains and everything. Well, some guy leaned up against it, some worker, and the whole thing toppled. The whole thing crashed down, knocked over a few of these stands and all that. So,
wait, is it in the picture? Where are you talking about?
If you see up high, see where it says Fan Expo Dallas, you can see those black curtains, how high up they go.
Oh, yeah.
They knocked them all down. So a little bit of a laugh on our end, of course, because we weren't by it. So none of our stuff was damaged, but that was quite a mess on Thursday.
Jeez, look how many people.
At these cons, what you got going on here is everyone lines up for their for the autographs. And Shane, it's going to be hard to see, but those last two images at the very end there, that's Optimus and Megatron. So that's Frank Welker and Peter Cullen. So they were very, very popular while we were there. And that was actually one of the great things about the con. I actually met them in person. They did some voicemail for me. So if you ever call my phone, you'll either have Megatron or Optimus.
Man, that was cool. I remember you sent it to us. That was really neat.
And I was that guy. Once again, these guys are getting up in their age and stuff like that. So I came in, I think I felt like I had like 20 different posters I was having them sign. So I was just knock these out when I get them.
That's cool.
But again, just really cool. I always love to see everyone else's take, how they build these props, things like that. And this place is, this is Sunday. Saturday, it's wall to wall. This is the main strip, and you can walk down it as easily as you can here on a Sunday. But you'd be shoulder to shoulder with people. So if you don't like people, stay away from the cons. Yeah. He's all living the Chewy life.
This girl's looking at you, picking her nose.
Yep.
This is cool stuff. Like it's cool to see all this, all this just merch.
Yep, and they even had the Warhammer. I don't know if we had that photo of the gaming booth. But that's our booth. So there you go. There's all of our R2 units and droids and stuff like that. So
you guys created these?
Yeah, every one of them. So these things are all made out of, you can have a range from anything from aluminum to wood. So some of these are even 3D printed. The Forlom in the background, we worked out of my buddy's shop. So that's my friend Brian's. He actually has some servos in it, so the head moves back and forth, and no way. Voice box in it, so it talks.
That's crazy.
So yeah, we just have a great time. We're going to go out to Rebel Scum Con this next weekend, and then after that we go to Retro Expo in a few weeks in Dallas. So all of our droids will be out at those places as well.
I bet a lot of people
price range
on building a droid. Those things, depending on the substrate that you build it out of, you're looking at anywhere probably about 4,000 all the way up to about 12,000.
That's it.
I mean, it looks fair because this looks like a tremendous amount of work. Like
it is.
Like look at all the components on the inside. You got the hoses all over the place, just the paint and the weathering alone.
And again, these things are not done overnight. So when you hear those kind of prices, you know, when I've built a couple R2s, it takes 3-4 years to gather all the parts, to get everything together. So it's an investment over time is what ends up happening. But that BB-8 was fully functional. He was rolling, had all that. Yep.
Wow.
Sure.
That's cool. Oh, I think those are all the picks for right now.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man.
Good stuff, man. I really like the background. You guys created this background?
Yeah, that's I created that one. That's some of my work. That was inspired off of the set that they have down in Disney World when you walk around. So they have right before you enter into the droid factory.
Yeah, I've been to that whole like part of the park. What's it called? Galaxy's Edge.
Galaxy's Edge, yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah. We're planning on making it more dimensional. We're gonna have some walkways and things like that. You can go in and drive the droids around. So we're doing bigger and better stuff.
Very nice. All right, we'll go straight into the other picks. Give me 1 second. So you had fun for the most part. It was a lot of people. I mean, was there long lines to have people sign stuff or?
There was. You know, you can buy the higher passes and be able to jump those lines if you want to. But I mean, yeah, if you go there expecting to get autographs, I would, you know, maybe pick 2 or 3 people a day that you're going to get through and see. The lines are like Disney World, and you got to imagine everyone you're going to go see, they have panels, they have photo ops, so they're not just sitting there signing the whole time. They're constantly disappearing. So it's a beatdown. If you're just going for autographs and you're not first in line, you're going to be waiting there all day.
Yeah.
Not first, you're last.
That's exactly right, Ricky Bobby.
That's right, Ricky Bobby. Yeah, I got to make it out there one day, man. I've heard of it I've heard of it for how long have they been doing that now?
They've been on the scene for quite a while now. I tell you, they've got the big show right now. Looks like it's going to be in Chicago. They got Hayden Christensen and Mark Hamill who are all going to be there. So from a Star Wars standpoint, that's really, really cool. I'm looking forward to it.
Speaking of Star Wars,
oh, what's this piece? What is Ant doing here?
When is this going? What is up with this? All right, so we got news. Probably, how long has it been now? For about a week and a half, 2 weeks now on this Darth Maul 1/3 scale by PCS. Initial thoughts on this was like, when I saw this, I was like, man, this looks amazing. This looks really, really nice. I like how the paint looks. I mean, you guys think that's spot on with the paint? I think it's good.
I think it looks great. It does look like kind of that crossover with the mythos that we saw from Sideshow, and you know, just your standard Darth Maul. So without the shirt, I think it's cool. It looks like the saber's not too bulky.
Yeah.
So it looks like a great piece. Being a third, I mean, you got to have room, but I know some people who are just like Darth Maul fans. So this would look great on just a podium by itself. Nothing else around it would look really, really impressive.
Very nice. What is going on with the pics? Yeah, that's nice.
I like it. I think it's good.
Sold out.
So you got this.
It would be a good addition to a 1/3 scale or a standalone if Darth Maul's your guy.
This is $1,700 for either one. The full one with his robe, and then they got the one without his shirt.
Yeah, that's for both, isn't it? Or
yeah, it's just 2 different ones, I think.
Because I think you could get the bonus deluxe, whatever, that you get both.
Looks like my picks got mixed up here.
Again, we apologize.
This is just it's a hack show.
I'll just do it this way. Yeah, it looks good. I like this. I really like this. This is nice. And obviously just probably one portrait here because there's no scene line.
Yeah, it's swap out torso. So
Shane, I never got your
go ahead, Jeff.
That base on Maul. What's your thoughts on that? Because I've heard some split opinions.
I need to see better pictures of it, to be honest. I haven't seen anything great quality-wise of pictures.
It's supposed to be a shot of when Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan meet up with Maul. Or
Well, there's four different ones. There's one on every
look
side.
at this. Okay. On each side. All right.
Yeah, every side has one. Has an iconic scene.
Here's all the.
Thank you. This is what. Okay, perfect.
Yeah,
because I only saw the third one down there.
So you probably this is when it's lit up and this is when it's lit up and when it's not. But like if we just look at these, this is what it looks like basically. So you got when they were running in between those like shield generator things, and Qui-Gon was waiting to fight Maul, and then this is him when he was walking back and forth, and then this is when they were fighting.
All right, question for you, Shane.
Yeah.
From the movies, we'll just stick it with the movies.
Okay.
Does Maul make it up to the top 5 in villains?
Hell yeah!
Strictly movies?
Yeah.
There he is, kicking him.
Give me a sec.
Here's more of the paint job on the back of his head and his horns.
Looks like Ryan chimed in here. I'm not a huge fan of this base. I wouldn't have it. I wouldn't have it on a turntable, so it feels sort of wasted. I can see that. I can see if you can't see all the different sides, it's gonna be tough. It's a tough sell.
I don't know. Yeah, they're just showing the different sides, so it's not like something where they're like plates and you can
swap out what you want.
Swap out. This is. I wonder if there's like a depth into this. Like, does it go into the base, or is it all like it's kind of hard to tell. It looks like it goes into the base.
It's a little layered, but I don't imagine it would probably go too far in.
But that's
no, it probably only goes like a quarter into the base.
I agree with you, Shane.
Underneath. And I would put Maul in my top 5 of the movies.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Did he move up because of the lore after the movies, or strictly sticking with the movies? You're like, nah.
I don't know. Are we doing like the lore after? Are we doing Legends, or are we just staying with the movie canon? It makes a difference because he's a lot cooler in the books and
I agree.
And he is I agree. In the movie, what a waste! This guy could have been the villain for the whole trilogy.
Yeah. Oh, Cash, become one of us, man. I'd like to pick this up as my first Star Wars piece.
Nice.
Do you guys think he was he was obviously, in my opinion, he was killed off way too quickly, but you think that was what made him what people liked? They made it like him more because he only had such a short stint in the movie. And then
I don't think so. I think people would have liked him more if they saw a little more.
Around.
People who didn't watch or who don't read the books or the comics.
I don't know about you, Shane, but I mean, I loved it when I saw him in the trailer. The first time you saw him ignite both ends of the lightsaber in the Phantom Menace trailer, I was like, hell yeah.
I saw that in the theaters when the first side came out and then the other side came out, and everybody in the theaters were like, holy shit, like, what is this?
Yeah.
You know the one thing that's a little unfortunate about this, but I get it. I like the torso with the robes on, but I like the portrait on the torso with the robes off. But you can't swap portraits.
Interesting.
What do you guys think of the portrait?
He's very stoic here, and I want to see him with that grin and those ugly fucking teeth. Yeah. But I like the robe on.
Okay.
Better. A little bit better.
Does it look like him? I think it looks almost identical to him.
Are we talking Ray Park?
Yeah. I think it looks like him.
I think it's close enough, but I don't need my Darth Maul to look like him. Like, I look at this, that's Darth Maul. I don't give a shit if it looks like Ray Park or not, personally.
Yeah, I think with all the makeup and stuff like that, this is not, we're not trying.
Like, I look at this and I can tell it's not a copy of Ray Park. It doesn't look like a 90-95% likeness, but you look at it and you're like, it's good.
Yeah.
And I agree with Ryan here, by the way.
What are you saying?
Maul just got so much cooler for me when I watched the Clone Wars.
Exactly, right?
Loved him in the Clone Wars.
And then if you read some of his, he's got a couple books. Lockdown, I think is one. It's a really good book.
This is a great piece. Ants.
Fantastic.
This is a nice one to roll out, saying, "Hey, I got the Star Wars license." But I'm with you, Shane. I like the shirt on right in this shot. So
yeah, but what portrait do you like better?
No, I like the menacing one much better.
Right. I wish you could swap portraits, but I get it. They don't want a seam line. It's just, it would be nice if the one with the shirt had the option of taking the portrait off, and then there was a replacement portrait of this to go on the shirted torso. Maybe that gets a little convoluted. Maybe that only comes in with the bonus edition, but it would be nice.
And question for Northern Monkey. Yes, when it comes to PCS stuff, it's all sculpted.
That's why
It's
I love
an amazing piece, man. Do you think they picked this up from LBS a little bit? You think that was an influence?
Could be.
I mean, LBS wasn't the first company to ever do a storytelling base. They were just the first company that got the most, views on it, and the most look around it. That's all.
Yeah.
They were just the most popular one that did it, but they definitely weren't the first.
Yeah. Here's the bottom half right here with his boots, bottom half of his robe.
Franco did the base.
Yeah. But
Adam,
does the base sell it enough? Or, if you kept it very standard and shaved off, say, $200, can you live without having all that? I sure could.
Yeah.
I could too, but I'm okay with it. Like, I don't dislike it.
It doesn't take away, but again, at the end of the day, if you're trying to be affordable, I'm like, don't need to get so fancy. Spend all your time on the piece itself, and I'm good.
Like, I would have been good if they would have just given it like some kind of dirt kind of base for some kind of planet, maybe a little lava or something. Who knows, right? Or maybe Tatooine. I don't know.
Tatooine.
I would have been okay with that.
Yeah, sure.
The horns look nice, and I like this side profile too. I mean, you can even see the lines around his eyes.
That's why I like this portrait better.
And his eyes, talking about his eyes look.
Adam, are you getting this? Because
I was just going to ask that.
Favorite Sith.
Yeah.
I mean, I got one already. I got a quarter scale one, so I don't want to collect another. I really like it. Like, if I didn't get the other one, I probably would get this 100%. Yeah.
I mean, you could always sell the other one. I guess it depends which one you like more.
Yep.
Yeah, this one.
I get you for not wanting two, though. I get you.
Like, look at these eyes.
I think this is one of here you go, Shane. Is this the definitive Maul?
I think so.
I don't think so. I still think Expo Studios 1/4 scale is the definitive Darth Maul for me.
He's jumping off the speeder bike or whatever.
Yeah, to me that's the definitive Darth Maul.
I just don't like the portrait on that one very much.
See,
It's
I
cool.
like.
I really liked it, but I think this looks like, when I look at this, it looks like I'm watching the movie. I don't know.
Yeah, well, I'm not saying the likeness is better or not better on the XM. I'm just saying the statue itself and the way it's sculpted and the pose, for me, and the scene around it, like that's the definitive Darth Maul for me.
So a quick funny story around Darth Maul is a gentleman I worked with, a good friend of mine, when these movies were rolling out, PepsiCo had big sponsorship in it. So he was behind producing those life-size pieces, the Jar Jar Binks, the Darth Maul, the Yoda, all that. Well, when he was working on Maul for a company called TikTok, they had to put him in an isolated room where he was then given the photos just to look at, and he had to be checked every time he left that room that nothing came with him as he was working on the sculpts for that PepsiCo stand-up Darth Maul.
Oh, wow.
So it was on lockdown back in the day. Nothing was going to get out about this guy. George Lucas was all over it.
I remember
Kevin,
watching. I remember. Go ahead, Shane.
I was just going to ask Kevin, is this the definitive Maul for you? Which one is?
The one I think is the definitive. I still like my quarter scale back there of sideshows. That was kind of that menacing where he's just kind of like walking. I feel like that's when the blast shields were up and Obi-Wan's about ready to come in at him, and he's just kind of I like that pose. I felt like that's definitive Maul from the movies.
Okay, fair enough.
Again, in the movies he didn't have a shirt off, but this is
he didn't have his shirt off, but he did do this pose. He was in this pose, the one where the sliding doors open, and he's standing there like this. You know, this is when the lightsabers opened up. He kind of squatted back like that a little bit, and he opened up the lightsabers. That's probably like definitive when I look at that. And he had that face. He didn't make a mad face yet, from what I remember, when he opened his lightsaber. So that's like right out of the movie there.
This is definitely one of the more dynamic ones. Again, I think we've already talked about it enough, but if this was an isolated piece at the end of a hall or something like that, this would be a really badass Maul. You can't clutter it with a lot of other statues around. This needs to stand by itself.
God, you guys are making me want to buy this thing.
Yeah, you should, but it's a third, and that would demand that you're a real fan.
Yeah, and you're not a real fan of anything.
Yeah, we've already
we've established
you guys think it's fair for $1,700? You think it's fair?
Looking more and more at this thing, as a Star Wars fan, I would probably end up dropping that.
Yeah. Okay. What's the chat saying about this? Do they like it, or
they are saying sell the other one, Adam?
Yeah.
I saw that.
Terry.
Way to go, Goth, instead of bite. Let's see here. What we got? We got Mitchell. Maul looks cool. I might pick up the Hot Toys version to match with his brother Savage when they make him. Oh, I want him to make a Savage. I'm right with you, Mitchell. I know they made a quarter scale at one point. Fatal. Fatal, I feel like we're always aligned. I think this is the most exciting. So this will go back to being the most dynamic Maul release I can remember. Yeah, I agree with you, brother. This is interesting. Alan says he thinks the best Maul is the Sideshow Legendary scale. I had that one. My only complaint about that one was the lightsaber was kind of chunky. That was the one thing I didn't like about it, why I ended up selling it. The lightsaber was just girthy, if you will. And I just don't like girthy lightsabers. So,
Alan Kiefer, that's the legendary scale one. Is that the one? That's half scale, right?
Yeah.
So that's the half scale one where he's like kind of walking away and he's got his lightsaber behind his back, I think. Is that the one?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
The mixed media cloak.
Oh, and did Cash pull the trigger? I think he did. We're in real time here. Good job, buddy. I hope you did buy it.
Did it just happen, Cash? Did you just pull the trigger on it right now?
YOLO, baby.
I'm going to buy it.
Okay.
All right. We need it. We need you to confirm it. Post on Facebook once you get it, man.
Yeah, that'd be awesome to know. I might. Let me think about it more. Anyway,
are you saying if Cash buys it for sure, you'll buy it for sure?
No, that's not going to determine whether I buy it.
Sounded like to me, but okay.
That's what it sounded like to me too.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
It did to me too, so I had to back myself out of it real quick. All right, so we got a Harley Quinn here from Iron Studios.
I bought it day one.
Good man, Fiddle.
This is from Iron Studios. Harley Quinn. I don't know about this portrait, guys. Whew.
Now, is this a 6 scale here? What are we looking at? Is it 10th?
I think if it's Iron Studios, it's probably a 10th. Yeah, it's a 10th.
I'd say a 10th.
It is. Yeah.
You've been dipping your feet into this a little bit more and more these days, especially with X-Men. What do you think? The quality, is it there? Is it priced right?
I like the base.
About the scale?
I like the details and stuff in the base, and I like the little haha. It's not like groundbreaking right here. I kind of feel like they just they wanted to put something on the base and they painted that on, but yeah, I'm not a big fan. I don't like Harley Quinn all like that anyway. Now if you showed me the Harley Quinn that's like a larger scale, like Prime One Studios, where she's got the hyenas and it was like this metal version, that's like way cool. But like this style of Harley Quinn, I don't really care for. And I don't really like this portrait very much. You guys like the portrait?
For the size it is, I can understand from an artist standpoint, it's not bad. It's hard to get in there and get those kind of details in. My question to you, Adam, though, is on a scale this size, what's the weight like? Are these things able to sit on like a floating shelf, or do you still need?
Yeah, no, you could sit them on a floating shelf. Yeah, they're solid. They got a little weight to them, but it's just enough where, it's just like a larger scale statue, but just tiny. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so it's not going to be heavy. You could definitely put it on a floating shelf. Yeah.
See, I like stuff like that because, again, we're running into such big boys in our collection, and if you don't have the right support, that's going to be a bad day for you. So if you don't have a lot of space and you got to go to the floating shelves, these are some nice options.
Well, here's another version. Here's another. Yeah, like I get it, smaller scale, but this is. I don't know.
She looks pretty young in the face.
I don't know. It just looks off to me. It's not the details in the face. It just something doesn't look right with this mouth. But I don't know.
Shane, we're gonna try to keep this PG.
You have no idea.
I know. No, I do. That's hence the warning.
So this is from the Gamerverse from, this is from PCS too. I think this is a smaller scale also. I think this might be a 10th scale. So this is kind of more of like a fun piece, you know?
Oh, AK, that's not a bad observation there. He says Harley looks like it's based off of that Amanda Connor art. So yeah, it's a
maybe it's based off something I'm not aware of, but I just don't like the style.
I know where you're going with that, AK. I can definitely see that. I think you're right.
This looks like a fun piece to put next to like your PlayStation or something.
Mm-hmm.
What else we got here?
Oh, we got that whole, Capcom versus Marvel coming out. That would look great against.
Yeah. This was from Ghostblade. I saw this on, again, we're going to be going through like some anime style type stuff. But again, this Ghostblade, these Ghostblade statues always catch my eye. They are just so beautiful. I really like them. Look at the tattoos on her back. Are you into those Ghostblade statues, K-Fet?
No, I haven't really messed with Ghostblade. I guess I'm not very familiar with it.
I'm not either, but they make crazy stuff.
Yeah.
They make crazy stuff, and I always see it on Spec site. That's where I got the pics.
Well, and again, the quality you get for such a smaller piece, that's...
And the statues are not crazy expensive. They're like...
No, they're not.
The 900, probably around the 800. And they got a lot going on. Like, look at all the back swords and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Another version, her tattoo. I really like this tattoo. I think that was...
Sounds like Adam's about to go head first into the anime world. Join us, buddy.
I know. Look at the whole like stage that they paint here.
Of course, like, yeah, that's
crazy. Look at the water effects with the snow going up the stairs. You got like the crane. I don't know if that's a crane bird or whatever it is.
What do we got?
Very nice. Here's a close up. Like that looks like snow.
Oh yeah,
that looks like snow.
It's well done. See, the other Ghostblade statue of this character is really catching my eye. I know nothing about the story. Hey, man, sometimes you don't. Sometimes if you just like it, hey, art is in the eye of the beholder. So, man,
right.
Why not throw another piece up there if it looks cool?
I think it's based off of this. Like, this is the artwork, or is this the statue? No, I think this is the statue. It looks like the artwork.
That's the statue in front of, it looks like just a painted backdrop.
Yeah.
Looks good.
Well, I thought that was really cool. I wanted to share it with you guys. Let me see. We'll go into, yeah, I think that was it for that one. This was Claymore. I used to watch this anime.
Yep, same here.
Really cool anime. I don't know if I dig this pose very much with her. I would like her to, she's a little softer sometimes, but she's usually aggressive, and like, there's all the different, like, I don't know if these are swappable portraits or something. Looks like it. Different angles of the head.
So now that both my daughters are legally adults at this point, I'm going to go back a quick story about how I probably failed as a parent. But when my daughters were 7 and 5, I showed them all of Claymore, and I showed them Full Metal Alchemist at the time. So this character you see, she gets beheaded directly in the series. So best dad right here. That's how I introduced them to anime. And you know what? They turned out just fine, I think.
Yeah, but that's why your kids didn't grow up to be pussies.
There you go. Exactly.
Yeah, you just watch it. So that's all you got to do with my kids?
Early on.
I'm just going to sit them down and let them watch a beheading. There you go,
well,
guys.
First of all, it's an anime.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm not talking
that's
like
the
a real
worst
life
sometimes.
beheading or what. It's anime, man. It's a cartoon.
No, but you got to watch it. I know you don't watch animes because
Like
if you
I get it
did,
if you don't want your kids watching hentai, shit like that. But anything like a cartoon where they're shooting each other and there's explosions, it's a fucking cartoon, man. They need to. This is why kids nowadays can't discern between reality and fiction because they were so sheltered and bubbled that when they see something like, oh, it's wrong.
That's cool. Then just show them Berserk.
And thank you, Atticus. I appreciate your support.
Show them Berserk.
Berserk. Yeah, we'll just go right there. Why not?
All right. So this is, I don't know how you say it. Is it Ryu or Ryu?
Ryu.
How do you guys say it?
I call it Ryu.
I hear everybody say it different.
I say Ryu.
Yeah. I've been calling it Ryu since like Ninja Gaiden.
See, I say Ninja Gaiden.
Yeah, Gaiden. Yeah.
Nicely done with.
It's
like
Ryu and Ninja Gaiden.
You even got the watch right there with the time on it.
What time is it?
Looks like 10:09.
Oh, actually,
I wonder
it is.
if that's an Easter egg for something. Like, is that the date the game came out, or like there has to be a time for something? They're like, what a weird random time is at the time the statue got created. Like, it's got to do something. I bet some kind of Easter egg.
So is this the most recent iteration of what Ryu looks like in the game? Because I guess I haven't played the most recent version.
Yeah, I haven't.
It's definitely a different attire.
It looks like a more modern version of them. And this is supposed to be part of a bigger line, like right here. Like they got a whole bunch of Street Fighter characters coming out.
Yep, you can see Cammy back in that group. Chun-Li,
Vega.
Yep. E Honda's back there.
Bison. Looks like M Bison with the cap right beside E Honda.
Yeah, I see it with the cap. Oh, no, there you go.
That I don't know exists. Like I said, part 3 is the last one I played. So 3 or 4.
Yeah.
You guys feeling this style?
No, not at all.
Oh, I was about to say, I don't hate on it, man.
Well, no, I don't think it looks bad, but compared to him wearing the gi and the sleeveless gi, like, no, this is no.
But if this is his attire from the recent video games, then I say,
yeah. I mean, if it is, then sure. Or if it's just like they're doing casual Street Fighters.
Yeah.
I don't know what the looks like the sweater tied around the waist. It's a little weird.
Yeah, kind of like old school 90s.
That's exactly where I was going. I was like, all right, we're going back to grunge, aren't we? It's got the flannel tied around the waist.
Yeah, that's classic.
All right, so let me see if I got any other pictures. I don't know how my pictures got so jumbled. It's like kind of annoying, but it's all good. We'll get through it.
We believe in you, Adam.
Thanks, buddy. I think those were all the pics of Ryu. I think we had some other pics of like the back of him, but that might have been Cammy. So we'll jump straight into Cammy next.
Yeah, where's Crippler?
Cash, this morning I started watching your show from yesterday. Welcome back. Glad you guys are back.
So we got this Cammy coming from Prime One Studios. They got a couple different options. This is clearly the ultimate version. You got the back wall here, and then she's got 2 different torsos. So you can pose her showing her from the front, and then she can also be turning around looking backwards.
Oh shit.
Let's look at this one right here. Go up a little bit more. Cool piece. Especially if you're a Street Fighter fan. Nice pose. I'm assuming she does that in the game. Here's another pose for you. That's the one where she's looking back. Face sculpt looks nice. Got a little scar right there.
I made the comment during one of the cock shows, but that hair piece, if I was to buy her, I guarantee that thing would snap for some reason while I'm trying to set her up.
Yeah, it looks like it.
That's the piece that's going to go for me.
But it might peg in. Right?
Yeah,
I think I would assume in like ponytails and that on all these statues.
I just feel like that's the piece where the weak point is. If you're shipping it or whatnot, that will break.
Mm-hmm. Maybe it'll be PVC.
Yeah, could be. But I was with Crippler. I think it's a gorgeous piece. I think it's so gorgeous that it almost makes you kind of go, yeah, maybe I would pick that up. But I'm not going to go down that line. I have no more room for that kind of stuff. But I am envious of those who are going to get it because it is a good looking piece.
Yeah, those are the different poses right there. They say the 2-in-1. I don't know if these are alternate portraits or the same portrait. I don't know what this means here. And then you got your LED illumination at the base. And it also comes with these effects that you can plug into the base. I think you can also take these off if you want to just show it with it out. And then her jacket. All part of the ultimate version.
It's a great piece. It really is.
Here's another look at it right here.
Fingers crossed that Sideshow Prime 1 continues to roll out this line as well as this piece, because that could look really good in someone's collection.
That's nice.
But if it's a one and done, that sucks.
It came out really nice.
Mitchell makes a good point here. He says, I do like this new design and look of Cammy, as her original design didn't look British. Fair enough.
Yeah, she had like the camo and the beret and all that, right?
That's the thing with Street Fighter, right? Every fighter represents their nationality, their country, like just by what they're wearing or what they do, how they act type thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I really like this portrait. It looks nice.
I got a question. Are there any Canadians in Street Fighter? Because there wasn't as of part 3 or 4.
Wasn't the boxer? Wasn't that boxer guy Canadian?
Bullrog?
Bullrog, wasn't he?
Is he? Is he Canadian or is he? I don't know. Actually, I have. What game is he in? Because I've played with him.
I felt like since Street Fighter 2, he was like one of the first ones.
Okay, that makes sense. And I did play 1, 2, and 3. Okay.
Yeah.
It's been many years.
Yeah. Very nice. All right, let's move on to who do we got next here? Oh, this crazy looking thing. The Samurai Batman collage of statues.
Balrog's American.
Oh, I see. Okay. I wasn't sure where we were at. Maybe, yeah. I try to remember on that map where the little plane went for him.
Flapjack. I bet he's some kind of lumberjack who has like a chucking axe or something.
A little mountie.
Yeah. Mountie.
We're just going to try to get as stereotypical as we can for Canada here.
For his ultimate.
Yeah. You got the tall boots. I think they wear tall boots. I can't remember.
That's only when they're wearing their reds, the scarlets. Otherwise, they just dress like any other cop dresses.
So this piece was about, I think, around $3,100. There's 6-scale, a diorama, 6-scale diorama, and then you got the samurai looking. Well, they're all samurai, but you got the seated Batman, samurai Batman, and then you have the standing version of him. And you could swap them out on the top there. But a lot going on here. It's almost looking at it from this picture angle. It almost like this whole area right here looks like it blends in.
Mm-hmm.
But I can make out, obviously, Batgirl over here because she's got some color to her. And Red Hood.
Yeah, you got like the Huntress, Robin, the two meshed in the ground, and then the debris looks like not Batgirl and Nightwing. Yeah.
This Robin looks like when you do these samurai statues, that it's almost like they got a little bit of lipstick on. I don't know. But nice colors. I like the green, red metallics. Here's a close-up. You see, it's kind of hard to see with the darker colors. It needs to be a little bit more lit, but...
Is that an alternate head? Because I thought the other one we saw had her with the red hair.
This is Batgirl. Who's the other chick?
Batwoman.
Batwoman, yeah.
And see, and then you look over to the left there, and Batgirl does have the red hair, so it looks like alternate
right there.
head pieces you can switch out. So
yep,
that's cool.
But yeah, I like the option that they give you right here. Like you can have this alone, and it looks cool.
So, and then what we got on the left side is that Huntress, and then it looked like I guess Red Hood.
I mean, if you're a big Batman Samurai fan, I don't know if I feel this tattoo right there, but everything else looks pretty cool.
Yeah, Batman looks
feels like to me, and I don't think it looks bad. Like the detail's really good, the paint looks good. I'm not a huge fan of this piece. It feels like they put the thought into the Shogun Batman, and then they're like, all right, where can we just stick everyone around this giant base? It just, I don't know. Like they had such success with the Samurai line. It feels like they were like, you know what? Let's try to bleed this out a little bit longer. And what else can we do?
Yeah,
the Samurai line's amazing. So I don't know. It just, but hey, if people like it, they like it. It just seems, I don't know. They're trying to fucking milk the cow a little too much with it.
Yeah, here's the base.
Do we have a shot of the one on the left, that woman that I thought was Huntress? Is that Huntress or Catwoman, according to G Vega here?
Well, there is a Catwoman, I thought. No?
Yeah, I think that is Catwoman. Okay.
That's Catwoman.
At first, I read it as Huntress, but okay, I can see it as Catwoman. Yeah.
That's got to be Catwoman. Here's the side more.
Yeah. Again, this is a piece that it's already got so much going on. It has to be a standalone. You cannot have this close to any other statues.
Yeah, I agree.
It might not look as like blendy when you see it. I hope I'm saying that right. It's like it just all blends together to me. Like this whole
there's a lot of monotone colors down there that everything blends together. Yes, it's not broken enough.
It could be totally different in person. Here's a better picture of Catwoman.
You know, if they want to send us a free one to review live, we'll go ahead and do that for them.
Let's do that. I think we got to do that to really.
I think we really need to look at it that way.
Get a closer look. Yeah, right. They might send this to me. I'll be like, hey, man, I'll just buy it. Just send me the invoice. But nah, this is not me, you know. But it's cool. Like I said, though, it does. I think Shane's right. It really feels like they're trying to resuscitate the line maybe a little bit.
I think they're just trying to bleed and squeeze any last dollars and pennies they can out of people on this Samurai thing. But again, if people love it and they're like, no, man, I want another one, then great on them. It feels like it's getting a little forced now. Like the well's running dry here.
Little flag on that one.
But now they're coming out with pirates. That's the new thing.
Oh, really?
Like pirate DC characters coming out. So don't need samurais, you got pirates. And then you'll have fucking gypsies and knights and everything else.
Kev, is this the stereotypical XM face?
No expression, whatnot. Yeah, that looks pretty straight on. That's par for the course.
I'm not trying to be it kind of looks like that, you know? Like, look at his face.
I really don't understand when people look at these pieces. I don't know if it's Aang, Ben, whoever, when they look at that and they're like, yeah, I like these expressionless portraits. Perfect. This is what collectors want. I can't understand it. Especially if they're in like some kind of dynamic or semi-dynamic pose. It's crazy to me.
I like this pose for Batman. Not bad. I like his armor and it looks cool. The only thing I don't dig is the lipstick.
Yeah, I would say Batman's the best part of the statue for sure. The sitting down one and the standing up.
Yeah,
like I said, it's really good.
Yeah, let's see if we got any other picks we can go through here for him. I think that might have been it for that. Well, there you go. I think it's about $3,100, guys.
I mean, you get a lot.
You think that's a fair price for a 6 scale of this capacity?
No, I didn't say that. I just said you get a lot. I need to know the dimensions of this to give me some perspective for a price.
This is a cool mass.
Like, is this 20 inches tall? Is this 25? Is this 30 inches? Like, how deep is it?
I would have to see if we can.
Like, before I could give any thought to if a price is right, I need to know dimensions.
Yeah.
Because if it's 20 inches tall, then no, the price isn't right.
Yeah, I don't think I don't think I have the dimensions here. I might have it. Let's see. Yeah, I think the best part of the statue is this right here.
I agree. Yeah, that looks dope.
Like, I would just like this. I don't need.
Yeah, that would be a cool standalone little throne piece for sure. I think someone even said it in the chat.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I don't think I got the dimensions there for you, Shane, but
it's all good. Then I can't answer if it's worth the price or not.
We could talk about this though. It's that big.
Oh, hey, good. I was wondering how big it was.
Why can't they do that for the Batman dial?
It's that big. You got an LED light up base there for the John Wick statue from Prime One Studios. And you got the little backdrop, which I think you can remove. Nice pose. You got the illumination. What are these? Some swappable parts over here. What else we got? I don't know. Did you guys watch John Wick 4 or Chapter 4 or whatever? I don't know what this pertains to. This is obviously an important part of the movie. I know somebody knows in the chat.
I don't know. There was so much going on in that movie. I don't know.
It's like a remote.
It just
got Kane too. This is Kane. He's supposed to be blind in the movie, apparently. I haven't watched it, so
he is, but just the way Daredevil's blind. So
basically, he's not blind.
So is he really blind, or can he see better than we can? I don't know.
Exactly.
This guy's dodging bullets. So he's not that blind.
John Wick, so he's got to be pretty damn good at being blind, I guess.
I think that's pretty good head sculpt, though. Looking at that up close, I definitely see him.
This looks better than the pictures that we saw, the other day. Well, a couple weeks ago.
Okay. Looks like Keanu to me.
Looks like Keanu.
Mitchell with all the answers today. It's the monitor from the kitchen scene. Fair enough. Oh,
so I haven't seen the fourth one. I guess I got to go do that.
There goes more of the base.
It was my least favorite. I'm not saying it was a bad movie per se. It was just, one of them has to be your least favorite. And this one's, for me, it goes 1, 2, 3, 4 in that order. They just keep getting worse. Again, I'm not saying they're all bad, but they're getting worse than the first one.
Correct.
That might be trying to milk that too.
They're already doing a part 5.
Okay.
This guy just can't die. He's like fucking Superman.
It's gonna be like the Fast and the Furious. They made like 20 movies of those.
Nah. Yeah, but that's exactly what it is. They're gonna milk it the same way XM's doing the Samurai line.
Here's Kane right here. You see how his eyes look?
Oh yeah. Again, a good face sculpt though.
Looks like the
He was incredible in It Man. Incredible.
Hey, he's a great actor.
There goes. I like him with the shades better.
Oh, Wick in space.
John Wick in space. Hell yeah, we need it.
He's that big.
Put it this way, I'll never go back and watch part 4. I'm not sorry I saw it, but I'll never watch it again. I'd watch 1 and 2 again. Even 3 got so preposterous. It was just, it's too much.
Yeah, I'm with you on the 1 and 2 because I saw.
I don't mind if the guy is like a little superhuman in terms of he could do stuff only like 1% of the population could do. But when you start like becoming really superhuman, it's too much because that's not the universe the movie's in, so it doesn't make sense.
Like you got some really good luck. All the shit you've been through and no one caught you yet. Like you're gonna slip up one day. Like I guess he just doesn't slip.
Well, it's because he's wearing bulletproof everything and no one's able to shoot him in the head. Like no one just snipes him in the head and kills him. They all shoot him. Anyway, it is what it is.
To me, I liked how 2 ended. And I think that could have ended the series where, he basically gets kind of excommunicated. He's gonna be on the run. All these people are gonna be after him. It was almost like you didn't have to see it on screen, but he was effed. But to me, it was just a cool way to end it.
Yeah, that would have been sick, actually.
Yeah. You don't know if they got him, but you just know the whole world was gonna be after him kind of thing.
Yeah. And it would have worked, unlike the Sopranos series finale, which was just shit.
Oh, I was so mad.
That's what they were going for there was like, oh shit, is it something? Is it not? Yeah. But they failed.
like so many.
I hated
series.
the way that ended. You know,
Everyone did. No one liked it.
Loved
like
everything about the season. Loved everything about like the whole, like all the seasons. The show was amazing, and then the end, it was almost like they couldn't come up with something, so they were just like, let's just leave it to the viewer to what the ending is. You know what I mean?
Reminds me of a lot of shows. Really great show, and then the ending's garbage.
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones. Oh shoot!
Game of Thrones is the number one. Greek collector dudes. Hey everyone, I really like the background coming with the deluxe. That's cool.
Yeah, he's talking about this right here.
Again, you got like a media room that's dedicated to like just action type films. These would be some nice pieces in it.
Yeah, especially like when they display them together, you know, like this right here is cool.
So that's
and like I think one of you guys said it the other day when we were talking to
Good morning, Crip.
We were talking to Crippler. Crippler was saying, you know, like in his theater room, this would be cool to have in his theater room.
Yeah.
He's got a nice theater room. All right.
He's yeah, you could say that again.
Yeah, that's an understatement. He's got a whole badass setup, and he's put some money into it for sure.
He has a nice theater room, like K-Fed has some nice Star Wars trinkets behind him and in his collection.
Yeah. Here's another from Full Metal Alchemist. Yeah. I know that you're a fan of Full Metal Alchemist, right?
Oh, heck yeah. Yeah. Definitely one of the favorites. I've got this one coming. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I have the other one of the Ulrich brothers, so this is a nice piece to just go along with it. So
explain something to me, Kev, because I don't do a lot of animes except for Berserk. So I see all these crazy anime statues and they look gorgeous, translucent resin, light ups, just all these crazy popping colors, just phenomenal statues. I don't know what the fuck any of it is, but they're phenomenal.
Yeah.
Here I see like a young boy and a young girl holding a gun. So what's so cool about this statue? Like, tell me about this. What am I looking at? Because it looks kind of lackluster compared to a lot of the other anime ones. So
what the fuck is this?
Great about this.
Tell me what this shit is.
Okay, so on this piece in particular, Roy Mustang, both these characters are probably in their late 20s, if not closer to 30s. So it's not a young boy and a girl. It's welcome to anime. But
no.
there's an unspoken kind of romance interest in these two. But Roy Mustang is the man. I mean, he's the one who kind of is like this hard ass who kind of helps the Ulrich brothers along the way. If you haven't seen the series, I don't want to ruin it too much, but he plays such an integral part on taking care of some of the villain characters throughout the series. His whole thing's all with fire. So he's got these gloves, he snaps his finger and just torches people. So I love his character altogether. He's just that edgy. If there's a character who's kind of brooding and whatnot, it's him. So he's kind of like if you will, like the Batman in the show. I gravitated to him right out the gate. He's just the one that everyone likes to mess with, but never breaks character.
And his name is Roy Mustang.
Yeah, he's the Flame Alchemist. So he's super cool.
This means something. It's beginning to rain. Is that like his catchphrase or is?
Well, it is a quote that he says during the show. Yes.
Okay. Like winter is coming.
Something like that.
There goes all the swappable
beginning
parts.
to rain.
Yeah.
That's nice how they stretch the glove like that.
Yeah,
right?
that's pretty
cool. Really
cool.
makes it feel like a cloth. Yeah.
It looks like mixed media. But
honestly,
isn't, so it's a lot better.
From this series, I feel like when they introduce Roy Mustang and they've already got, like I said, the Ulrich brothers, I don't really think you need to bring in any more characters. And I saw that, throwing in Hawkeye here, she's not a main character. She does develop a little bit like this, like I said, like an unspoken love interest with Roy. But if she wasn't in it and if they just focused on the Flame Alchemist, Roy Mustang, I would have got the statue. But she's just an added bonus. I was like, okay, that's fine.
What about those other two guys, the brothers that you're talking about? Would you get a statue of them? Are they characters?
Oh, I have it. Yeah.
Oh,
that's
okay. Shows what I know. Fair enough.
That's that was a definite on day one. I picked that one up. I loved it. Full Metal Alchemist, if you guys haven't watched anime, that's a series to watch. That one's really, really, especially there's 2 different versions of it. I tell you, watch Brotherhoods. It's more accurate to the manga, and it's phenomenal.
Kevin, if I come to you and I say I'm not a big fan of anime, I don't really like the design on some. I don't like where they're like and they're like frozen for 5 seconds streaming and all that shit. And I'm like, but you and I have a lot of similar interests, and you seem to love this shit. What's the one anime you would tell me to sit down and watch to try to get me into anime? The one show or movie.
We're looking at it right now. I really do. I think Full Metal Alchemist. This is not them powering up like something out of Dragon Ball or something like that. It's a dark storyline, man. It's dark. So I'm
actually going to check this out then.
All right, and make sure
I got to see if I can find it streaming here in Canada, but I'll check Hulu and all those places or Tubi.
Staying on the anime tip, I don't even know a lot about Naruto. I know my son he's about to be he's 18 and he loves Naruto. Am I saying it right? Naruto?
Naruto.
Yeah. I like this pose and I like his expression on his face. Like he just looks like he's ready to slap somebody.
Okay.
This is what I think there's like 5 anime series that are like, I mean, they're hundreds and hundreds of episodes in. This is one of them. I have not got into this one, so not yet. I've knocked out Dragon Ball. I'm knocking out One Piece. I don't have the time. I mean, it's you really have to dedicate some time to these shows, but the fans love this series. So I will at some point check this out, but I haven't checked it out just yet.
What's the chat saying? Anything in the chat about these pieces?
I threw up. Atticus is in agreement with me, man. He feels like this is #1 rated on his anime list. Full Metal Alchemist.
I'm gonna have to check it out now.
Yeah, I'm gonna check it out too.
Mitchell, yeah, buddy. I know it's a classic. This is just one of the great ones up there with Bleach and the rest of them. So I will see it. I promise you, I will get to it.
Here's some factory stuff. I'm making the statue. Another Naruto statue. I think, is this Naruto? I think it is. Yeah.
I think the reason these anime pieces are going over so well is they're based off of cartoons. So you can really capture the likeness of these characters in this 3-dimensional environment when they're 2D characters. And that's, I think, why the fans gravitate, where sometimes when we're live action Marvel or whatever, you're like, oh, that just doesn't look exactly like the actor or the person. Well, that doesn't happen in anime.
Yeah.
But again, this looks like a badass piece.
Is it called? No, that's not it. A Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
That's it.
That is it. It's from 2009.
Yep.
And there's one season.
There's not one season. There's more than one season.
Oh, I only have access to one season here.
Well, it'll get you hooked. It'll get you hooked.
This is the portrait I like for this statue. They got the swappable. I'm not sure what his powers are. I'm assuming something with like sand.
Like he turns into sand or stone or something.
Still cool to. I still like looking at these things. Like here's going back to Naruto. Like it looks like the cartoon. I mean, it's perfectly translated into a statue from the cartoon.
All right, I got it on the watch list. It's on Amazon Prime.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it too.
It's one season, but there's 64 episodes. So.
Oh well, maybe they just crammed it all in. That's
I don't know.
Let's look at this next. The Succubus.
Oh, okay. Here we go.
Nice guy.
Yeah. So yeah, nice guy. I guess one full season. I feel like they broke it out.
I think Mitch was the one that was asking about the Succubus, was it? Or somebody was.
I really, really don't like this. I think it looks terrible.
Oh, really? Okay. So why don't you like it?
No one ever yet about this piece, because this piece is great.
Just saying it's so confusing.
No, this piece looks great. I haven't heard a single negative thing about it. You know, maybe a couple little things here and there, but overall, I think everyone's in agreement. The statue looks amazing.
we've said it before on the show. Sideshow does really well with the female anatomy, their pains. It looks great. I love when Sideshow takes a risk and goes with some of the stuff that's not a comparison to a live action or whatnot. They seem to just have a lot more fun with it. And gorgeous piece. Like I said earlier, this is not coming into my collection. This would not get wife approval. So I tip my hat to those who don't have to get the wife approval on this.
The thirst is not strong enough on this one, huh?
Oh, it's there. It's just I value life more than that.
Let me ask you something though, Kev. If you didn't have any, and I know your kids are older, I get that. But if you didn't have kids, so there's no worry about like grandkids or anything. Do you think your wife would still have a problem, or is there a problem like she doesn't like it, or is it because there could be kids coming around and she doesn't think it's appropriate?
I think I would get the side eye on this one, whether kids are coming around or whatnot. Just kind of like, really,
what kind of shit are you into, bro? Like,
yeah,
I know, but I find it interesting. Like I know I have collector buddies who their wives legit. Like, I mean, I'm not necessarily saying divorce, but like it's going to be an all-out fight. Like it
wouldn't be an all-out fight, but I mean, she'd be like, "What? You dropped $900 on the statue, and you couldn't just go online and see some free porn?" I mean,
yeah, that's like
probably what I would get I would get judged on.
Look at this, man. Look at this.
That looks so good.
Yeah, the blood looks great. Yeah, that's way to go, Sideshow. I think this thing looks phenomenal.
Now let's see if production matches prototype.
Sure.
What do we think of the face?
I love it. I think it's great.
It actually has emotion, so it's good.
Yeah, I was gonna just say that. It's just not XM.
Yeah,
she looks like she's obviously like really craving the blood as it's dripping down and it's about going to her mouth.
Now, could you imagine if this was XM? The detail would be awesome, but she has that stoic, emotionless portrait. It would just ruin this piece.
It would. Without a doubt.
They don't seem to get that portrait, that little emotion, just makes or breaks
everything. Yeah.
Even the eyes being blood red. Golly.
Yeah. Man, it's great. And it's painting a picture here for you. Like she's obviously like some dark demonic creature, right? And then the blood that's dripping down and she's like craving and waiting for it to come down. So, and then like, I'm not trying to sound thirsty, but like this is all sculpted nicely. This looks nice.
It looks really nice.
So now, is this going to be a series? Is this a series of monsters? Is it a series
That's the speculation.
Female monsters?
Is that it's going to be the first of... I mean, if this is this successful, what else are they going to do?
Right.
Like, they're going to make an archangel, some sexy-looking archangel next. Like,
look at the indentations around her thigh piece there.
Yeah, like that's really tight around it. Yep.
What do you guys think about a companion piece for this? Another sexy, but like an archangel with white wings and shit like that. Maybe some gold armor.
Look cool next to medieval Spawn. Right? I mean, it looks like it could be part of that line. Some like dark shit.
That grungy look.
Yeah.
At this point, I would tell Sideshow, stick with what's working for you right now and just throw up a line of a bunch of sexy chicks.
Atticus knows.
And
wow, look at this.
Monster poses here.
Look at the blood going upwards like this. And then, I don't know if it's going upwards or it's dripping down. I don't know. What do you guys think?
It's going up. If it was dripping down, the drip wouldn't be like that long.
Yeah.
Well, I wonder if she's emerging out and the blood's just kind of pouring off of her a little bit. I don't, because it looks like there's some splashes on some of those.
You don't see any
right here
from the wings.
Yeah.
See, to me, that looks like it's starting to come up. Like all the blood from the bottom and from the top is all starting to draw towards her.
Yeah. Sideshow, I feel like this is a miss. We can't figure out which direction your blood's going, so try harder. Please.
This is an absolute knock out of the park. This is nice.
I guarantee you there's at least one guy in this world that's buying this statue because she has bare feet. Because, buddy, some guys love their fucking feet. It's crazy.
This does look creepy. This looks creepy. That looks creepy.
Yeah, so many women are losing money on fans only at the moment by just having the statue with the feet.
Hey, all they have to do is cosplay like this.
One
There you
critique I could say is like I would like to see some reddish like irritation where her wings connect. You know, like instead of it just looking like it plugs into her back, like just blend it more so it looks like it's more part of her. But it's behind her, so you probably won't see it.
We have so Nerd Without Order, so many channels gushing over this piece. Personally, it's whatever. Fair enough.
You don't like it, bud?
I'd be interested to know what don't you like about it, because I think it's great. It's not my thing. I wouldn't get it, but yeah. I'd be interested to know what you don't like. Is it just because of the character? It doesn't appeal to you, or aesthetically, did they not make it right? It's not painted well. You don't like the portrait. Like, what don't you like about it? I'd be curious, because I haven't heard anyone say they don't really like it yet. So
the blood.
Again, the piece looks a little over-sexualized, but again, when you're talking about a succubus, that's the whole
point
thing around it. So that's why I'm like, I'll even give it a pass on that part of it.
What is the price? Fatal says the price is right. It's priced right. What's the price? I didn't know a price came out yet.
I thought it was like 7 something or 8 something.
I was gonna say, as long as it's
it might not even be that. It might be right around. I could be wrong. Maybe 675, but I could be completely wrong.
Vega's saying Vega's calling it 645.
Yeah,
that's a great price. Then
that's a great price. There goes the little snake or serpent.
Got a lot of prices flying out here. We got 700. We got 675. Who went over? Who's actually going to make it into the showcase? 625.
Oh man, look what happened to her foot here. This looks nasty.
She is 645, the exact price.
There you go. So Vega, I just keep calling him Vega. Vega, you're in the showcase, buddy.
And she is 30.5 inches tall. Like, this is total dimension of the statue, of course. 16 inches wide and 10.4 inches deep. And she only weighs 10 pounds, which seems really light, but anyone who knows Sideshow, they do have, and heavy doesn't mean better all the time.
No.
Light doesn't always mean cheap. A lot of people, I don't know if it's a new thing in collecting, but a lot of people associate like quality with weight. And to some extent that is true, but that's not, I know lots of statues that are cheap as fuck, but heavy like a rock, and lots of statues that are amazing and they're on the lighter side. So
yeah, good point.
So moving on, we got Sideshow from their Star Wars line, quarter scale Obi-Wan. Another favorite piece of mine. I'm guessing this is all mixed media. It looks like it.
It is.
This one's also at an affordable cost too. I think it's in the 6 category or in the 6 territory.
You were close, Chairhead. So really quick, Nerd Without Order says, I just killed a lot of these on Witcher 3, so I just have been exposed to this type of character. More power to everyone. No, fair enough. Hey, if it's not your thing, like I said, it's not my thing either, but I think it's well done. I could, just like anime pieces, it's not my thing, but I could appreciate the art and the talent that went into creating it.
Obi-Wan, moving on to Obi-Wan, the show. My daughter loved the show. She loves this actor. What's his name again?
Ewan McGregor.
Unfortunately, that is the target audience, so I guess they're successful with that.
Yeah. My daughter really liked the show. It's one of her favorite characters because of the show. Look at all the stuff on the backpack here. You got the Tusken rifle, Anakin Skywalker's lightsaber. Really nice touches back here. Tusken gaffy stick.
Yep.
Bantha fur hide.
Ben Hizzle says, I wish Sideshow would make this in a fully nude variant. That's a little weird to say about.
Yeah, Obi-Wan.
But I mean,
dude. Well, hey, if that's your thing, Ben.
Is he talking about the succubus?
Yeah, he's talking about this Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah. Yeah, fully nude version. Clone Wars armor. Nice touch there. Qui-Gon Jinn's lightsaber. I mean, this is full of Easter eggs.
I think this statue is really good. I think it would have been on a next level if it was fully sculpted. And sculpted looking like it does now, it's doable. We've seen capes that are much
remote. I mean,
they fully sculpted the Mythos one.
Exactly. And look how great that looks. Like this would have been, in my opinion, much better fully sculpted. And there's not really a reason they couldn't.
So I'll say when I heard about this, I rolled my eyes because I have the Mythos. And I was like, they're going to do it again. But I do like how it came out. I have pre-ordered it. I
think it looks good.
Yeah, I have the Alec Guinness head pose on my Mythos one, so I will do the Ewan McGregor on this one.
Fair enough.
The one thing I don't like is the lightsaber. It doesn't light up, which I've complained about light up features anyway. But the lightsaber's painted this blue, and it looks a little off.
Yeah, it looks a little plasticky. Right here.
Yeah, if that doesn't light up or what, I don't know. I might not post
it. I know what
it is, but
even with customs, when you get a statue that has a lightsaber, in my opinion, it should always light up as an option with a plug-in, not a battery. Yep. And then there's a switch out hand for a non-light up for people who don't give a shit about light ups. And it's painted so well because you're not worried about it trying to be see-through for the light up, for the filament inside. It's just painted really well. And then you could just swap out a hand for whatever one you want. That's not that hard to do.
Yeah.
Cost a little bit extra and you appease both crowds of collectors.
Which portrait are you guys feeling more? Now I'll give my opinion real quick. I think both portraits, I think it was really well done because everybody loves him in this older version, and he's a popular version maybe with the younger crowd, like Shane was saying. But I mean, he was from the movies too, so it was like you got both good options. But what are your thoughts on it, guys? What do you think?
Yeah, I think you can't go wrong with either one. But I mentioned earlier, I'm going to go with Ewan McGregor's just because I have it displayed. But man, if you're part of the original trilogy, and this is your only piece, you almost have to go with Alec.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the OG portrait is done a little bit better in terms of likeness, but I think both are really, really good. And like I said, for the price you're paying for this, the likeness doesn't have to be 90, 95% like I expected to be on other statues that cost 3-4 times as much.
What was the price again on this? It was $6 something, right?
Yeah, I thought it was also very reasonably priced.
This one, I'm not sure. I thought this was about $7, wasn't it? I don't know for sure, though.
That's how it'll look on a display table. You can get in a perspective for size next to the cell phone.
They ran out of apples, I guess.
Yeah, or people holding their hands up, but that's, I know.
Apples aren't cheap anymore, man.
You know, the mixed media does not bother me. I usually agree with the sculpt stuff, but the mixed media does not bother me.
I'm not saying it looks bad. I'm just saying, in my opinion, it would have looked better. But that's just because I got a real gripe against mixed media. So
I mean, I've recently watched that video of them with the premium format Mace Windu and them sculpting the cape and everything. I love it. I'm like, oh, I can't wait. This one's going for $725.
Okay.
Yeah.
So still very good price for a piece like this, especially if you missed out on that Mythos, because this is just a great.
This is quarter though, right? This is not the 1/7 weird 1/5 whatever.
It's gonna be a little bit bigger than the Mythos one, correct?
So it's this big.
Yeah, about there. There you go.
Oh man, incredible piece. Incredible. I like it.
It's so much better than that. The General Obi-Wan Kenobi that they had a little while ago. That just I felt like it fell flat. This is a good piece.
I know people won't see this that often, but I still like having shit on the back of the statue because, like, if I had somebody come over and be like, "Man, this was so cool," and I'd be like, "Okay, watch this," and then I would want to turn it around and show them like even more details. So like, I like it. I like it a lot, but. I know what Shane's gonna say is, Adam, you like everything. You almost buy everything.
And I'd be right on both accounts. Casual says these sculpts are legit. 1/6 sculptor worked on this. I didn't know it was a female. Her work is showing a ton of progress on 1/4. That's really cool. I didn't know it was a female sculptor. I don't follow the 1/6, but that's cool.
Moving on to the horror line here. This is from Syndicate Collectibles, Army of Darkness.
They should have just titled the piece, "This is my boomstick."
They
missed the opportunity.
Oh, is that what he says in the show or the movie?
Right at the scene, he's like, "This is my boomstick."
This has got a pretty strong following for the horror collectors, I would imagine.
Oh, it's
it's a cult classic.
Yeah. The face, I think, looks off, but I'm not seeing enough good angles of him. But
yeah, I'm getting kind of like Dark Side vibes from this.
Mm-hmm.
Is this Dark Side?
I don't know, but I'm
no. I think it's called. Is this the? I'm assuming this is the statue.
Oh yeah, that's right. You said Syndicate
Collectibles. Nope.
Never heard of them. And you got this like ghoul demon thing coming out, grabbing his pants leg.
Yeah, that was down in the pit he got thrown into at the beginning of it. Yeah.
Look at this. Ugh.
I'm part of that cult. I love the Army of Darkness, all those movies. So it's a good watch as long as you're not taking yourself serious or the film.
Yeah, it's like Sharknado.
Exactly.
If you're watching Sharknado and going, it's not realistic, then you got bigger problems.
What are we thinking about this? I know we talked a little bit about it. Now we got more pictures. Look at the angle on the side.
Those bastards over at Sideshow pulled me in. I picked this one up.
Oh, yeah. I knew you were gonna. I had a feeling that you were gonna get it.
Okay, and I'll say why I'm gonna pick this up, because I've had the Sideshow, I had the I still have the NYC, but I like this one because I have them all lined up at the same level, and now this elevates him higher in the back. So I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool. Am I going to do the light up feature and stuff? No. Am I paying more for the light up feature? Yeah, that sucks. But
wow, this is great.
I like that Rex helmet the best too.
This is nice.
I think it looks really good.
Look at that.
Those bastards, man. They came out with Star Wars with Mace Windu, this Obi-Wan, and now Rey. I'm like,
you did it all like at once too. It was like bang, bang, bang. Yeah.
They heard me complaining a little while back that they weren't doing much with their license, and now, damn, they came out hard. So
wow,
they got my money.
Incredible.
Oh, way to go. Haven't seen enough Hawk 2 stuff lately, so thanks, Casual.
Fuck, man. Those bitches are making it all over the internet.
Oh, man.
Are they?
Anywhere without seeing one of them anywhere.
Right?
It's crazy.
I wonder how they feel about it.
I bet they love it. Do they look like they have shame? I bet they love it.
Yeah, I'm sure their parents are thrilled.
Yeah, I'm sure Dad's real proud.
Dad's probably real proud.
Yeah. That's your fucking daughter, man. It's like, come on.
I like this touch right here.
Yeah, just knocking out those battle droids.
Thoughts on the base?
I find Sideshow, in my opinion, Sideshow's weak on fire. XM is always strong on fire. Sideshow's strong on female portraits. XM, especially lately, is weak on female portraits. That's just Sideshow's. I don't know why. Maybe that's just how they like the fire, but I'm never really a big fan of Sideshow's fire because they're so much better and you could get it better. So I don't know why it's not better.
I didn't like the whole fire with their Dark Phoenix statue. The one that looked like, remember we said it looked like a pizza slice in the back?
Yeah.
I think this looks worlds better. Worlds better.
Yes, of course. I mean, if we're going to compare it to their worst, yes. But I just don't understand why they're not getting better. They're getting better in everything else. But their
you don't think that fire looks good right there?
It could look better.
Okay.
I'm not saying it looks bad, but it could look better.
It's one of those, in my opinion, from a distance, it doesn't look as bad. You get up close, it starts.
Exactly. I mean, XM Ghost Rider is like, what, 8 years old? And that fire is still like the go-to gold standard. Yeah. So if they did it 8 years ago, why the fuck aren't you doing it now?
Now, I do want to see it lit up like that. That looks pretty darn cool.
Lit up looks great.
Yeah.
And honestly, maybe that's why it couldn't be painted a certain way, because it would affect the light up. I don't know. Who knows?
Well, I tell you what, I'll do a live unboxing when I get it. Well,
yeah,
we'll take a look at this guy.
We'll have you on Wednesday, and we do the live unboxing.
there you go. We just want to make sure when you get that Prime viewership going, they can see it.
They got their slides over there.
No.
Their slides are seamless.
Such a hack show.
This is hack show. Oh, there's no shame in my game. Trust me. Let's see. I think that was it, guys. I mean, we covered what we wanted to cover. Not, a ton of stuff coming out, but a lot of cool pieces coming out. Some nice Star Wars pieces. I think that was probably this, and the Darth Maul was probably the favorites in my eyes for the show today.
So before we cut out here, here's a question, because I've seen it been floated out there. I haven't seen if Ant has answered it, but we got Comic-Con coming up. We're still missing Michelangelo. Do we get any kind of debut at Comic-Con from PCS?
Oh, I wonder. That would be nice. Are you talking about from StatueCon?
No. For Comic-Con, he's gonna be out at San Diego. So,
oh, okay. And I know he'll send pieces to. Well, he hasn't, like before last year. He sent stuff to StatueCon, and we were able to see that RoboCop early. So it would be nice to see something, wherever it's at.
I would love to see Michelangelo, man.
Yeah, me too, man. I'm excited about him.
To me, it's like, just don't put the ball on the 1 yard line here. You've gone 99 yards. Don't put it on the 1 yard line and have it. What makes me nervous is the one pose of Michelangelo twirling the nunchuck above him. I'm like, I don't know if you can capture that look.
Yeah. Wow. Good stuff. Man, those Star Wars pieces, it's hard not to pull the trigger on those things. That clone trooper, was it Rex?
Yeah.
It reminds me, Shane, of your Boba Fett.
A little bit. Yeah, with the XM
jetpack. Yeah.
I mean, it's similar, right?
Yep.
Just as a heads up, I'll be putting this guy for sale. Rogue Alien. It's just too big, and I want to put some other stuff there. And then I'm selling those two things. If anybody's interested, I'll give you a steal on it. I am like terrible with pricing my stuff. I don't even care. I'm just like, yeah, take it. People tell me all the time, I was like, Adam, you could have stole that from where? I was like, I don't care. I just want to get it out. But I still like the statue. I'll probably post that up in the Facebook group. In other news, I don't even know if Kevin knows this, but I know Shane, I think he knows it. What's going on with me a little bit? I have been off the channel for a little while just because I have been transitioning in my job. I just got a promotion. So I'm the sales manager at the store now, and we had some other people leave. So we're kind of shuffling some people around. So that's been taking up a lot of my time. So the videos haven't been pretty steady, but we plan on getting back on the road here, or back on a roll of lives and reviews and stuff like that. We're going to plan. I got to talk to you guys backstage about some stuff that we can plan for StatueCon. I want to have a little bit of almost like a syllabus of what we can go over and what we can do when we get over there. So I think it's going to be a good time for anybody else that's thinking about going to StatueCon. I think it's going to be an amazing time to meet, like different people and new people that we haven't before. We see a lot of you guys in the chat. Plus you get to look at statues, and there's going to be dinners and hangouts and stuff like that. Again, I don't get anything for saying that kind of stuff. I just know it was a blast last time, and we're all kind of like-minded individuals. So it'd be cool to hang out. But that's pretty much what I got for today, guys.
We got a request here from Ben Hizzle.
Yeah, what is it? You should
mention. I'll let you read.
Yeah. Oh, my bad. You should mention the new Frieza, or what is that?
Frazetta
line from Todd and Igo.
Yeah, they're doing the
Spec Fiction.
Cleopatra.
Their new company, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it looks cool.
The Egyptian.
I haven't seen it. I'll have to go look at the Egyptian.
They teased some pictures about it. I don't know if they got full pictures.
No, it was. They do have a picture. It's unpainted.
Is it on? It's not on Spec site though, right? They got it on a different site. I would imagine. Let me see.
Yeah, like Cash says, Egyptian queen. I mean, you could call her whatever.
Yeah.
And just so people know, for me, I am going to be. I know I keep saying it. Posting a lot of my collection for sale. I'm not selling all of it, but I'm selling quite a bit. I've already sold probably about half a dozen pieces in the last week and a half. Just people reaching out to me who hear me saying I'm selling. They ask you, do you have any Marvel, any Star Wars? What do you have? I send them pictures and then we just talk. So anyone who wants a piece and you want a good deal, hit me up. If you're looking for a certain genre or IP, I'll show you what I have and see if we can work something out. And if not, I'm just going to be posting it probably this week.
Yeah, I'm just trying to stick to more of the stuff that I collect. I always do this. I start going off into different branches a little bit too much, and I want to start getting into stuff. I want to start throwing my money at stuff that I really like.
So you're making room for the succubus?
Nah, I probably won't get the succubus, but I got those spawn the spawn characters coming, or spawn statues coming here shortly, and the Ninja Turtles. Like I got the turtles back here.
Yeah,
and I want to start displaying them. Like I'll move Shredder, and then I'll put the other 2 turtles up there. So I'll have 4 turtles all on the same thing. But you got to remember, like Krang's going to be coming out. Bebop and Rocksteady, I hope he makes those. Like, how do you not make those? If
James?
And I think that line's doing pretty good. That line's doing pretty good. It got a really good fan feedback. So
when is that Leo supposed to hit? I know we already did the pre-orders, but anyone know when Leo is supposed to be released?
Soon.
July, August?
Let's see real quick. I'm curious too. Let's check it real quick.
Anyone who doesn't watch Haunted the Collector, great channel. Go check it out. Jason is a great guy.
Jason's our guy for sure. Yeah. Let's see. Ninja Turtles. Leonardo. Leonardo is scheduled for August 2024 or between August and October of this year.
Okay.
Yep.
Jason PO'd that succubus.
Good man. Good man. Cheers, mate.
Oh, very nice, Jason. Congrats. Yeah, and I don't even, like I said, I don't know if I should keep that Venom. What do you guys think? That Venom from XM?
No.
Venom Arise?
Sell it.
I hate canceling statues, man, but it's like...
Cancel it.
If I do that, I'll end up selling my Carnage because there's no point in keeping them.
You should do that too.
Yep, we're with you on that.
Carnage
we'll put some discipline in your collection.
It's not that it's not a good piece. It's not really what you collect.
Correct.
Yeah, well, I was waiting for Venom, you know?
Right.
So,
but I think there's stuff you want more than a Venom and a Carnage. I think there's other characters or IPs you're drawn to more.
I think you're right. Yeah.
If anyone's looking for a Carnage, Adam's going to have a real good deal for you.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I'll sell the Carnage. I'm trying to point to it right there. I'll sell the Carnage. I have somebody that's interested in this ATST. I'll probably end up selling the ATST because I want to put some like 3rd scale and 1/4 scale stuff behind me that's more of line stuff that's going to be matched up. I'm going to sell those 2 alien statues, or the Predator and alien statue. And I think that's it. So I'll give, thank you. I'll give some, if you guys are interested, the only thing with this Predator statue is that it came in 2 different edition size boxes accidentally, but it's complete. There's nothing wrong with it. So I'll tell you what, I'll sell this thing for a steal. I bought it for $1,700. I'll sell that Predator statue for $1,000.
Wow.
$1,000.
Taking a bath. Nice.
And then this right here, the Alien Rogue, which is a huge, gigantic piece. Let me see if I can put my camera up a little bit.
I agree with Crip, man. If you ever have to ask that question whether you should cancel something,
yeah, he's right. Yeah.
You don't really
I've been waiting for it for so long. I just started like it's. But anyway, Rogue right here. I spent like, buddy. I probably spent like $1,800 on that statue. After shipping, it was well over $2,000. I'm gonna do local pickup for that only. I'll sell Alien Rogue. There's nothing wrong with it. Everything is in good shape. I got all the boxes and shippers. I'll sell that for a steal too. What do you guys think? I bought it for like $1,700. What do you think is a fair deal?
Well,
man,
fair deal, or are you going for the steal?
Yeah, like it depends what kind of deal are we talking here. I don't want to lowball you, but you don't want to be too ridiculous.
For a quick sale, I'll sell it for $1,400 local pickup. $1,400. That's a huge piece too.
Yeah. Don't pay shipping.
Like, if you want to know how
off of it,
like this is how big it is.
Now keep in mind, Adam's only 3 feet tall.
I was going to say Adam's 4'8".
Right, yeah. I am tiny, so it doesn't help very much. But that's the only stuff I'm going to sell. I mean, like this stuff over here. Let me see if I can. Oh, let's go the other way. Like I'm going to keep that Scorpion Alien. I love that piece with the Ripley. Yeah, so I'll keep that. But yeah, I think that's all I'll sell for now, and then I'll buy some other stuff. I got some other stuff in my sites. So if anybody wants to give me an offer, give me an offer. What's Jason saying there?
He said, "Can remember you talking with me about that alien one, Adam."
Oh yeah. Yep. It's a nice piece. You know what I've been doing too? I like it. My kids love Pokemon cards, right? I know nothing about Pokemon cards. And in the last couple weeks, I have bought so many boxes of Pokemon cards. They're so addicting. I started opening them just to spend time with my kids, and we're like buying them and selling stuff we don't want, and they're having a blast. So Pokemon cards, I never would have thought that I would have ever cared about Pokemon cards, but
well, now we're switching the channel over. From now on, we'll be opening up Pokemon cards on this channel.
Oh, I got a whole,
that is the thing.
If you saw my table of Pokemon, like we bought one box, and my son is crazy about Pokemon cards, right? So I was like, yeah, we'll buy one box. And then I started opening them. I was like, man, I want to find, where's the cool ones? I want to find the cool ones. And this is what I did. This is what I did.
Yep.
Oh, that's one way to get me off the show. Turn it into a Pokemon show.
Pokemon thing. Well, Adam's new
fetish.
fetish.
Had to do. You've been trying to find a way for years.
I bought like 10 packs of like booster boxes. I was like, oh, we're going to open these.
Good night, buddy.
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, I guess we will be opening Pokemon cards.
It's exciting. I might be feeling sick that week.
Those
it's going to be like school.
I'm not going to be on
the show today. I woke up sick.
Man, that shit's expensive too, man. Like Pokemon cards, they are fucking expensive.
You need to look up what the rare ones are, man, because don't be throwing those to your kids. You can flip them.
I got a card. I bought a card for like $220 on eBay. It's going for like $345. It's crazy. But anyway, you guys got anything else before we head out? Anything in the chat?
No. I think appreciate everyone tuning in, even though we've had been absent for a little while. Good to see everyone again.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, guys. Well, thank you for joining us here at the Collectors Table Live. And we'll probably do a couple more lives back to back the closer we get to StatueCon, just to kind of get the hype going. And it's just I think it's going to be fun to kind of
I wanted to say something too, Adam, before I forget, because I'm going to forget. Crippler tonight. Crip's doing a show. It's going to be a new thing. It doesn't have a fixed schedule. It's not necessarily going to be every week or every time at that time, but for today, it's going to be today, 9:30 Eastern, and it's a show he's going to do where he just talks about a piece that's been shown in the community, a new piece that's coming out that he thinks is just amazing and worth talking about and doing a little show on. So check that out tonight at 9:30 Eastern on the COC channel.
All right, look forward to it, Crip.
Yeah, you guys go check that out. They got a great show over there. Shane's part of that show. Those guys are really, really nice guys. Nice guy. Thanks for putting this in the chat. I always forget to mention this. I'm glad you remembered. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you guys enjoyed the show today. And maybe we'll have another show next weekend instead of doing it every other weekend, just until StatueCon. I'll talk to these guys and we'll kind of go from there. But thank you guys for joining the Collectors Table Live, where every collector has a seat. Thanks, guys.